Says he's studied him for years, he has the answers, but at 30 years old, can Kambosos convert to that?
Starting off, I see some change already. And Kambosos in his game and the way he's approaching the southpaw. He's trying to get that outside position, but I like the jousting battle right there and the body attack right away.
Able to position that right hand to the body of Lomachenko.
Kambosos is going to have to find his offense, create his offense, but he's going to have to push back Lomachenko. That's how you beat Lomachenko. You have to push him back. You have to get him to disengage, pull back in the line of fire. You can follow him out, you can land shots, and you can win rounds that way.
As is always the case with Lomachenko through this lightweight run he's had. You notice the size differential, as Kambosos has a 2.5-inch reach advantage, 2 inches taller, but then the girthiness with the rehydration as well, as Lomachenko, by all accounts, is a more natural featherweight who just had the skill and the resume that had a built to the challenge of 135 pounds. IBF, and that is the vacant belt they are fighting for, demands a day of a secondary weigh-in, but because this fight is being fought, this fight card started Sunday morning so that it could air here prime time in the United States. They allowed the second weigh-in, the day of weigh-in, to take place in Perth, Australia on Saturday evening at 9 p.m. as it is now 12:30 in the afternoon Sunday in Perth for this fight.
I like the pace at which Lomachenko is fighting right now, Tess. It's not too slow, and it's not too fast. It's in between, like a medium steak. That's perfect right now. He's downloading information, but he's still applying pressure, marching forward. Lomachenko does better work when he's coming forward than he is going backwards. He has exactly what he has. Kambosos is exactly where he needs him right now.
Three-punch combination from Lomachenko. As you have noted many times through the years when we call his fights, the pressure is applied simply with the footwork, and you saw it there in the lead up to that combination he landed.
Well, it's not just footwork, Tess. It's a lot of indirect movements. You know, you see him do pre-slips when he's slipping to the left.
The angles.
Changing the angles up, the foot feints, the level changes. And he gets in position, and you'll see him pull every now and then. He'll pull back in range, just being deceptive with his offense. And he'll catch you with that left hand.
And he comes in with a straight left hand behind that southpaw jab. Coming to the end of round number 1, Lomachenko and Kambosos from Perth, Western Australia.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
I love Made In. I love what Made In represents.
You would think a pan is a pan until Made In came along, and I went, wow, these things are something better.
I love that I can trust Made In. Very rarely do you find cookware that can both be used in the home and professionally.
Those are the pans that we use at Alinea. We're going to have the best pans in the world at one of the best restaurants in the world.
Upgrade your kitchen today at madeincookware.com.
Bring color to life with the very best paint, only at Sherwin-Williams.
In the lead up to this fight, I asked Vasiliy Lomachenko, at 36 years old, is your footwork the key to the fight? He says, we'll see just how good my footwork is. And Tess, it's looking pretty good off the jump.
It is indeed, as was the defense from Lomachenko, Bernardo, as Kambosos was only 3 of 28, just landing 11% of his punches thrown in that first round. Bernardo Osuna, our ace reporter there in person, an outstanding job of his coverage all week long leading to this championship event, including covering the 2 stare downs, the 2 face-offs that each went over 3 minutes, and these 2 fighters had to be separated or else they may still be there. Round number 2. Southpaw jab from Lomachenko. He's able to close that distance and send a left hand.
He followed him out that time. You know, Kambosos, he'll take that half a step back, sometimes a full step back, to get out of range, but he's always looking for the counter. That's the problem with Kambosos. You know, his footwork, he never moves left or moves right. He moves straight back in the straight line, and Lomachenko just following him out right there.
He's a natural counter puncher, but you heard Anton Kadushin, his trainer, after that last round, saying pressure, 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 and utilize the jab to come forward. Not seeing it right now.
You see the lunging already from Kambosos with the double right hand. He's rolling back to his old self already. Lomachenko has him thinking right now. If you get Kambosos thinking, you got him.
Three-punch combination that finished with the right hook from Lomachenko.
Now you see Kambosos trying to come forward now, trying to start some offense. He's typically not that guy. He's not creative off his front foot, especially when he's facing a southpaw test.
That's right.
But what he needs to do is pick up his jab a little bit more, start placing those shots to the chest. You see him right there. He leads with a left hook down to the body, trying to close off that exit, the weak side exit for Lomachenko. That's towards the lead hand. Tess, what I'm waiting on is I'm waiting on that front foot step shuffle. I'm waiting on Lomachenko to get around to that weak side of Kambosos. That's that fancy footwork.
We've seen that time and again create offense in the career of Lomachenko.
But I've seen it less and less.
There's a right hand to the body from Kambosos.
And you see exactly how Lomachenko reacted from that body shot. He did not like that body shot. Good timing right there from Kambosos.
Lomachenko with a flurry at the end of round number 2.
What would you like to pay for your hotel room tonight? $185, $169, or $155? Same room, same service, just different prices. It's really up to you. Well, nobody asks you this at reception, but that's exactly what Trivago does. Trivago compares hotel prices from hundreds of booking sites. So, save yourself valuable time and money. Use Trivago, compare hotel prices, and save up to $30 a night. Hotel? Trivago.
At Made in Cookware, our product testing is a little different. It's 264 guests, 48 tables, 6 nights a week, 1,200 cuts, 96 tickets, 675 dishes, plated to perfection. It's wash after wash, night after night after night. We make cookware that can withstand the rigor of the world's most established kitchens, so that it'll last a lifetime in yours.
Upgrade your kitchen today at madeincookware.com.
Glad you're with us. The action from Perth, Australia. Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley with the call. Bernardo Osuna, our ringside reporter. That second round, Lomachenko had an 11-2 connect advantage, including 8 power punches.
How Lomachenko's going to be able to close that distance is he going to be doing it with just level changes. You see the small little level changes that he does right there. He's going to be able to explode good offense because, again, Kambosos, a natural counterpuncher. You know, he's always looking to react to shots and the punches. And that small little level change, you saw it right there. Just wait for that left hand to come straight down the middle. He's setting it up right now.
Kambosos is trying to come forward with that right hand. Lomachenko getting out of range.
There it is. You saw the small level change right there. You saw the left hand come over the top.
Bernardo, what are you hearing out of the corner of Kambosos?
Anton Kadushin wants him to slip, duck under, and then follow up with a counter right hook. He doesn't want him to keep moving back.
Remember, Anton is a new addition to Team Kambosos. He has gone through management changes. He has gone through trainer changes. This is not the same group that led him to undisputed status. There's an exchange on the inside as Kambosos tries to land the left hook and time Lomachenko.
A lot easier said than done. The beauty about Lomachenko is that he can operate at mid-range, still be defensive, and still be in position to be able to land his offense.
A warning on that right hand. And you can hear the reaction from the Australian crowd.
It's like Loma puts so much mental pressure on you with all the indirect movements that he does right here just to get himself in position, in the right position to let his offense off.
Such a great example of what you just said, Timmy. There was no punch thrown by Lomachenko in that sequence, yet you could feel the pressure and you could see the reaction from Kambosos in trying to deal with it.
Difficult. That's what makes
Short left
Lomachenko.
hook.
Those movements right there. And I see Loma starting to get that weak side angle.
Explain that to the layman when you say that weak side angle.
So the weak side angle is away from the right hand. Getting around, and you get around to the side. Now you're in a clear, advantageous position to be able to land your offense and get away with shots. Nice body shot right there from Kambosos.
Oh, good exchange to close out the third. Look at this stuff.
Tajin is as unique as those who enjoy it. Tajin, the irresistible blend of chili, lime, and sea salt. As unique as you. Tajin makes what's bueno more bueno. Tajin it.
Messy happens. When it does, there's Homaglow. For just $19, Homaglow will clean your entire house. Everything from dishes to vacuuming, even laundry. Join thousands of Americans and book your first cleaning today for just $19.
I got this $1,000 camera for only $41 on DealDash.
DealDash.com. Online auctions since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This iPad Pro sold for less than $34. And this Nintendo Switch sold for less than $20.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56.
I got this barbecue smoker for $26.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
Spectacular crowd in Perth. A sellout at the RAC Arena to see if George Kambosos, the Australian native, can get back to world championship status, or if Vasiliy Lomachenko can plant yet another flag in his mountain of accomplishments. Round number 4, Joe Tessitore, Tim Bradley with you on the call. And keep in mind, Timmy, we thought we were going to be calling this fight some years ago. Lomachenko had the fight with Kambosos lined up for spring of 2022. But then you know what happened back at home with the Russian invasion of Ukraine and the decision that Lomachenko made to serve his country. He spent over 320 days away from the ring. When he left, it was Devin Haney who took advantage. It was Devin Haney who got the fight with Kambosos, took all 4 belts, won the rematch, and he was on top of the division.
The fight is happening at the right time, Tess. It's happening at the right time. I respect Lomachenko for doing what he did and pulling out the fight to protect his country. I respect that.
Kambosos with a 1-2 moments ago, landed the right hand.
Kambosos can't get away from that level change left hand that come down the middle. He can't. Again, in that time, Lomachenko came back with the 1, that swivel jab. Oh my goodness. I'm letting y'all know, folks at home right now, Lomachenko has downloaded the information. He knows what he's doing right now. He's going to go for the KO tonight. He's definitely going to go for the KO tonight.
And that is a different version of Lomachenko, if that comes to fruition, than we have seen in recent fights, than he has admitted to. Oh, and there's a good combination up top as he is headhunting Kambosos. Excellent work from Lomachenko here in round number 4.
Now, what does Kambosos do? What does he do from here, Tess? He's going to have to sell out because this beatdown is going to continue round after round. Loma's going to pick it up little by little. So why not fight fire with fire at this point now? You got to sell out because if you don't, this is going to continue to happen.
You nailed it about 30 seconds before it materialized, that Lomachenko has downloaded the information and now has it, because you can see it in the second half of this 4th round.
And you starting to see the frustration coming right now from Kambosos. He has no clue where those punches are coming from, Tess.
No, even on that angle to the right as Lomachenko sweeps around and lands the left hand. Very strong round for Lomachenko.
What's the greatest invention of all time? New hands-free Skechers slip-ins. You just slip in and they're on. It's like they have an invisible built-in shoehorn so your foot slides into place without bending down or touching your shoes. Then the heel pillow technology keeps your foot comfy and secure. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Someone needs to customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Wait, there's an elevator?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Refresh the everyday with Mentos gum. Yes to fresh.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
Huge fourth round we just saw out of Lomachenko, where he had a 21-1 connect advantage. A 21-1 connect advantage, which is something that CompuBox tracks in his career often. And for those playing along at home, you clearly have been tracking that, as ESPN Bet live money line right now has Lomachenko minus 2,500. Everybody's all over Lomachenko with what they've seen in these first four rounds. Now, Timmy, I want to offer you this.
Okay.
When you see a round 21-1, of you're putting forth that level of offense and that level of defense, well, he has the number 4 plus-minus rating in all of championship-level fighters, according to CompuBox, in the world, of hit and don't get hit.
Tess, and he does it while he's directly in front of you. That's the difference. That's the beauty about Lomachenko. He's not bagging up and he's not fighting on his back foot and moving away from reaction. He's actually going towards his opponent and still being slippery like that and elusive and still landing his offense, Tess.
You know, and a very smart boxing mind said to me in the lead up to this fight that
Good
Loma
shot.
is so much better when he starts early and is the aggressor early. He didn't do that against Teofimo. He didn't do that against Haney. He's doing it tonight.
There's no way that Kambosos is going to be able to time that movement.
There's the left hand again, Timmy.
There's no way. You know, wrong game plan. And he might have came here with the game plan to pressure, but Lomachenko is not allowing him to do that. He has Kambosos right now spooked, not sure what to do. And Tess, I don't care how much determination you have or will to have and toughness you have, skill. That's what dominates in this ring, skill. And sometimes when the skill are even, that's when the will and determination comes forth.
The skill is not even in Kambosos and Lomachenko. Lomachenko as close to his prime, Kambosos as close to his prime. There is a gap in talent. That's just a fact. Sends him off balance with that left hand.
Right now, what Loma's doing is a slow beat. Slow. He's just slowly softening him up. Little by little, round by round. But if he invests in the body a little bit more, he can stop Kambosos.
I enrolled in UMGC because I became very passionate about emergency management. The professors were great because they've had several years experience in the field. They've seen emergency management hands-on. I'm able to learn from their experience and really make a difference. I picked University of Maryland Global Campus because you get so much more out of it than just a diploma.
Learn about our more than 125 online degrees and certificates at umgc.edu.
And they're all coming?
Those who are still with us, yes.
Rip up!
What's this?
Your wings.
Light them up.
Gentlemen, it's a beautiful day to fly.
1:15 in the afternoon, Sunday in Australia, after midnight, back on the east coast of the United States. And a reminder that Sports Center from LA will be coming up at the conclusion of this World Championship fight. Linda and Stan will have everything for you. I'm hoping they have a full analysis and breakdown with the ring announcer issue we had earlier tonight. Hopefully we don't have one at the end of this one. And the way things are going with Lomachenko, it could be very clear and decisive. Round 6 of our championship fight. Lomachenko in complete control with a 73-16 connect advantage to this point. Let's check in with Bernardo ringside.
Not a very animated Anton Kadushin in the corner of George Kambosos, but what he did say is, I don't want you headhunting. When he throws his left, I want you to counter to the body. And on the other side, Egis Klimas says, what about this fast start from Vasiliy Lomachenko? And I asked Lomachenko earlier this week, will we ever see Lomachenko? He smiled. Looks like we're seeing him tonight.
Lomachenko was the nickname that he earned early in his career when world-class fighter after fighter quit. They couldn't continue against him.
Which was remarkable, Tess, but we haven't seen that fighter in a very long time. In the lower weight classes, where he was able to dominate and have the athletic advantage over those smaller fighters, as you go up in weight, especially in the 135-pound class and 140, fighters become even more athletic, and then you got to deal with the size on top of that and the punching power of these fighters. Ooh, nice left hook right there. Beautiful change right there. That's a nice left hook by Kambosos. I like that shot a lot.
See if he can string some momentum together as he tries to place a right hand to the body. Came back with a left hook, and Lomachenko was just able to get underneath it. But now you see a little bit of confidence from the Aussie.
And where he's having success. Where is he having success? He's coming forward, Tess, not backwards. He's coming forward. He has to remember that. Come forward. Take more chances.
He's got to dig himself out of a hole. There he goes to the body against Lomachenko.
But double it. Double it upstairs. Go to the body, come up with the head with the left hook. Then send the right hand right down the middle. Where's the follow-ups? One punch at a time is not going to do it.
Lomachenko successful on the inside. Short left hand on the inside. Goes back to the head.
You see the accuracy of Lomachenko?
Absolutely.
Beautiful accuracy.
He's landing 52% of his power punches. Over 50% of power punches thrown. That's an outrageous number in CompuBox world.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
Picking up the Duralast brakes I ordered online this morning.
Right now, you can save 15% when you buy a set of Duralast pads with rotors.
Taste is not an option. Taste is everything. 1800, the world's most awarded tequila.
I get asked a lot what cookware I use.
We're going to have the best pans in the world at one of the best restaurants in the world.
I'm Brooke Williamson, and I use Made in Cookware. Upgrade your kitchen today at madeincookware.com.
Ordering the same pizza from the same place and getting the same pizza from the same place? But wait!
There's Marco's!
Marco's makes fresh dough every day at every store. Try the Pepperoni Magnifico with classic and crispy cupped pepperoni, just $9.99. But wait!
There's Marco's!
Round 7. Kambosos coming off his most spirited round to this point, but he was still outlanded 19-7. Superb percentage and accuracy, Tim, as you noted from Lomachenko. You just saw the numbers there.
You know, Kambosos, one of the biggest issues, a part of his game, okay? It's a lot of them. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of them. You see him how he leans forward, you know, trying to inch close. He's there to be hit with straight shots. You see how his guards are low when he comes in. He's there to be hit with straight shots. But also, you see he goes steps out and he steps back in range, steps out and step back in range. He does that every single time. Nothing has changed. He hasn't learned anything. Under the heat and under the fighter, what do we always tell you folks at home? A fighter typically results back to who he is. All that stuff he worked on in camp is now out the window.
Sports Center coming your way next. Round 7 of our championship fight. Lomachenko trying to make more history. Comes with that sweeping rear hook. And that is a slip. That is not a knockdown. But that pressure being applied by Lomachenko.
He had success that last round with that left hook, and he went to it again. This time, Loma made the adjustment and got underneath it. So now what George got to do if he wants to land that shot, he needs to throw it towards Loma's shoulder. Throw it towards the shoulder in hopes that Loma dips into it.
There's a left hand to the body from Lomachenko. And now Kambosos trying to get himself out of trouble in that corner. That left hand was partially blocked with the right elbow.
You know what this fight reminds me of?
What's that?
You hear that saying all the time. You say, you know, the definition that you got one fighter playing checkers, the other one playing chess.
Oh, and you know who the chess master has been for the majority of his career.
Right. This is the definition of that. Ooh, now Loma's starting to penetrate that body. He's starting to go downstairs now. Uh-oh. He's trying to weaken him a little bit more.
We haven't seen much body work. All the offense we've seen, but yet not much to the body. But now you can see it. It's a great call by you, Tim, as he tries to wrap that left hand around the right elbow of Kambosos. Loma is in control at the end of 7.
Head clash.
Top Rank Boxing on ESPN is presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Perth, Western Australia, and the RAC Arena. Sold out to see Kambosos and Lomachenko. And look at that right eye of George Kambosos. The CompuBox numbers as they stand right now. Lomachenko in rare form at 52% of his power punches landed to this point. The lightweight average is 35%. This is at a championship level. He's landing 52%.
Loma has to step on the gas a little bit more if he wants to try to attempt to get this stoppage. You know, with the age, I'm unsure if he can do it. Let's see with these last few rounds that he has, if he can step on the gas, start penetrating, keep going down to the body and weaken Kambosos a little bit more, if he can pull off the stoppage.
That was the big concern that everybody detailed. The age of Lomachenko and the year away from the ring. And what does he have left? Is he focused and inspired after the heartbreaking disappointment against Devin Haney when he admitted he did not have that fire? He was so gutted by coming up just short of becoming an undisputed world champion.
Have you folks noticed that Kambosos can't sustain coming forward and attacking consistently? Just keep coming forward and attacking. He comes forward, he falls off balance, then he backs straight up. The same thing over and over and over again. Still hasn't learned and hasn't gotten comfortable marching forward and mounting his offense.
Lomachenko doubling up that left hand moments ago. Does it again.
So at this point, the only way Loma can lose this fight is if he gets caught, gets hurt, gets knocked out. Kambosos is going to have to land something lucky on Loma. If Loma gets a little too relaxed because he's in total control, that can happen. That's a possibility.
Look at the bruising and the redness in the face of Kambosos, and he takes another shot up top.
Mean swivel jab.
The swivel jab has such pop on it as he turns it over.
It's a nasty shot.
Changes the levels on it as well.
See, you wonder why those elbows are extended from Loma. A lot of times, you know, you see his ribs exposed. Yes, it seems like he's giving it up, and sometimes he is, you know, downstairs. However, he's able to extend with those hands a little bit quicker from that position, having them a little bit extended out. That's the reason why he does it, Tess. See those elbows extended up and out? Good shot.
Left
Slapping
hand.
shot.
Gonna split that guard with the right hand was Kambosos.
You know what, I'm not gonna lie, I've been impressed with the referee. He's been out of that way, he's been out of the action. Doing a good job tonight. I don't understand what Kambosos and them was worried about going into this fight.
Nakamura, Timmy,
Oh, yeah.
we mentioned it, that his father, George Kambosos Sr., tried to have him replaced.
Ooh, that cut just opened up. I wonder if it was from a punch or a headbutt.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light?
Oh, shoot, I forgot to play the song. I got a guy who can fix this.
Waterline broke. Replacing kit costs thousands. Not covered by homeowners insurance.
Honey, wake up. Here's Tom Rusin, CEO of HomeServe.
A plan from HomeServe pays for the covered repair cost for water lines, and we send a qualified contractor. The American dream of owning a home doesn't need to be a nightmare. Sleep well with HomeServe.
Plans from HomeServe start at just $7.99 a month.
Call 1-833-521-0117 or visit homeserve.com.
The United Football League.
This atmosphere, this crowd, these teams, electric.
How do you not love the access?
Expect the unexpected, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Week 7 of the UFL continues Sunday on ESPN and ESPN+.
At the start of this round, I spoke with Brian Wilmot, and he told me the cut is nasty. It's on the eyelid, but fortunately on the outside. So if it does start to bleed, it's going to go outside the eye and not into the eye. Just a quick reminder, I spoke with Anthony Grover, the Executive Officer of the Combat Sports Commission of Western Australia. There is no instant replay here.
That is the rule in Australia with that local commission. But those headshots from Lomachenko have done damage on the face of Kambosos. They've been dealing with that cut for a couple of rounds now. As you see, Kambosos trying to double up that jab and send the right hand to the body. You would think that all ringside observers and the judges have Lomachenko well out in front.
Good
There's a
body
right
work.
hand to the body as Lomachenko came forward and Kambosos placed it. Look at that right eye.
Doesn't look like it's affecting his vision at all, Tess. Seemed like they got it under control in that corner. Good work right there from Lomachenko on the inside. Just getting physical. He's stuck in a headlock. You got one hand free. Let your hands go. I like that. Again, Kambosos is just waiting too long. Ooh, what a shot. I like that. Good shot right there to the body, but even better combination from Lomachenko coming forward again, bagging out or bagging up Kambosos.
Look at the smothering effect. So the right hand landed and then Loma's right on him like Velcro.
It's
like he's tethered to his waist.
Exactly.
Like the same distance. Like a rope is tied around each man's waist and he never lets off of it.
Yo-yo. The yo-yo
yes.
effect. Yo-yo.
Doubles up the left hand again with that off angle to the right.
Oh, getting off of that angle, that weak side angle.
Kambosos sometimes looks up and thinks he's going to be there, and he's not there, but what is there is the left glove in his mug.
You say, now you see me, now you don't. You know, in these situations right here, when you're outgunned like this, when a fighter has so much skill like this, you got to just focus on one target, and that's down to the body. You know, that footwork of Lomachenko is exceptional tonight. Whoa.
Another headshot. That was the short right hand, the southpaw lead hand, but that right eye is worsening on Kambosos as left hand after left hand is scoring. Top Rank Boxing on ESPN is presented by AutoZone from Western Australia. Beautiful scene, and this has been a beautiful scene by Lomachenko. The left hands, Timmy.
Seemed he can't miss with the shot. That's the money punch for a southpaw. The right hand is the money punch for the orthodox fighter. But again, it's about positioning. It's about getting your feet in the right position, getting your body in the right position, at the right place at the right time. And Loma has done that better than anybody I've seen in a very long time. You know, this is a...
You know, it's interesting to follow along with the reaction on social media, as we just noted that Tank Davis, Gervonta Davis, one of the other lightweight champions, has chimed in on what he's saying. He's going to fight Frank Martin, of course, coming up. And somebody said he'll never fight Lomachenko, this version. And Tank Davis said, he's after Frank. Let me get Frank first. Now, what's coming up next in this division is next week on ESPN with Emmanuel Navarrete against Denis Beranchyk. It is probably more likely if Navarrete, who's already a 3-division champion, can claim a lightweight crown, you could have unification in an outrageous matchup of styles of Navarrete against Lomachenko. But that's great to hear from Tank Davis, a willingness to say, yeah, Lomachenko's next.
Oh, still got a couple of rounds test before I even go there. But yes, from the looks of the way the fight is going as of right now, Lomachenko will be fighting the winner of Beranchyk and Navarrete. So you'll have the unification there. And then you understand the situation with Shakur Stevenson.
Another lightweight champion who's going to fight on ESPN on July 6th against Artem Hartunian.
So that'll be enticing. He might get him the first or the beginning of the 2025. And then for all the marbles, Tank Davis.
Right now, the championship rounds to go as a bloodied, battered, and outclassed George Kambosos is going to need something special here. The critics have termed George Kambosos a one-hit wonder. He talked about how a win against Lomachenko in this spot would cement his legacy. Instead, this looks like it's going to be headed towards something where we discuss Vasiliy Lomachenko extending his career and staying in that upper tier.
Can't deny the toughness and the grittiness of Kambosos. He's taken a lot of shots to the head and body tonight. He's cut, and he's still in this fight. He's still trying to do something in this fight. That's why he's nicknamed Ferocious. I admire his toughness, Tess. Oh, big shots.
And snap back.
Again, if you don't adjust to the level change, if you don't, you being the opposite fighter, you're going to get hit with that shot every single time. If you don't adjust your range and get the heck out of dodge or get your head off the line, you're going to get hit with that shot every single time.
Do you hear how clearly you can hear the corners, especially of George Kambosos? That's how you know Lomachenko's having a great night, when he can silence 15,000 Australians having this kind of a performance against their former champion. So that's what Tank said. Lomachenko's after Frank. But as we said, we'd love to see the entire division get after it and fight each other. Next week on ESPN, it's the vacant WBO belt. Emmanuel Navarrete against Denis Beranchyk. Navarrete, one of the most exciting offensive fighters in the world.
Again, more work from Lomachenko right here. Has Kambosos in the corner, just slowly beating on him little by little. Obviously, this fight as of right now, Tess, looks like a mismatch. Look at just a minor level change again, and you see what Kambosos does. He shoots a jab. He shoots a jab and in position for that straight left hand.
You see Lomachenko's face coming off the stool compared to the bloodied and battered face of Kambosos. The connect advantage as we start this 11th round is Lomachenko 157 punches landed to 38 for Kambosos.
Well, you said that through the lead up, he was like one of the worst in
Yes.
copy box and landing. Again, it all has to do with his feet.
At the championship level, Kambosos at the championship level, as he tries to swipe that right hand to the body, only lands 10 punches per round at the championship level. That is one of the worst marks among elite fighters. Meanwhile, Lomachenko sits at the top of just about every CompuBox superlative.
How that 6-minute or 3-minute stare down? How is that looking now?
Face-offs and stare-downs don't matter once you get through those ropes, bro.
I'm just saying.
As you know better than anybody as a Hall of Famer.
Ooh, he's tough. Ooh, 3 minutes? Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Skills.
That's what happened midweek. In their first face-off, it went for over 3 minutes, and then Kambosos did it again at the weigh-in. And right now, he has precious minutes left to try to answer this riddle of Lomachenko. Sports Center's coming your way next. Well, Lomachenko's hoping to sit on the throne as king of the lightweights. And the first step to get closer. He was so close a year ago against Devin Haney. He thought he went his way. He called it a robbery. So many observers thought he won the fight. It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Haney with excellent work to the body with the right hands early. Lomachenko came on mid-rounds and late, and then Haney swept the 12th for the slim win.
That path for Lomachenko to undisputed is ridiculous. The fighters that he's going to have to face.
Well, the division's loaded.
Like Shakur Stevenson? I mean, Tank
maybe
Davis?
Next week, Navarrete. And
Body
there
shot.
we go. Body shot scores the knockdown in the 11th. As if the damage to the eye isn't enough, Loma says, take that to the body. And now he looks to close it, and he does. Loma